plenary slides?
Yeah, I think we're just waiting for the screen to go up. Just 1 second.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, the stream is up, so
Okay, perfect.
Nayab, can you share the link with everyone for the stream? Channel pe hogi.
All right, perfect. So again, assalamu everyone. I'm Rana Mohammad Hassan, the national president of MSA-Pakistan, elected by all of you guys in the last plenary. And today we'll be having our second plenary for the second round of the MSA-Pakistan EPTOs for the term 2023. So next slide, please. We'll be beginning with the roll call. So please say present if you're in the chat box when I say your LC's name. Aziz Fatma Medical and Dental College. AFMDC LC, are you present? Okay, it doesn't seem like they're present. SZMC LC, Sheikh Zayed Medical College, Rahim Yar Khan. Okay, AFMDC LC is also present.
SZMC is present.
Thank you. RLMC LC, Rashid Latif Medical College.
RLMC LC is present.
Thank you. Continental Medical College, CMC LC. Do we have CMC LC? Okay, perfect. CMC LC is present. King Edward Medical University, Kimu LC.
I'm present.
Thank you. SMDC LC, Shalimar Medical and Dental College. SMDC LC is present as well. Sialkot Medical College, SMC LC. SMC LC is also present. DG Dera Ghazi Khan Medical College, DGKMC LC. Okay, I do not think they are in the call with us. KIMS LC, Karachi Institute of Medical Sciences.
Yes, I'm present.
Okay, perfect. KIMS LC is present. DG Khan is absent. MMDC LC, Multan Medical and Dental College.
Present.
MMDC is also present. Thank you. Rawalpindi Medical University, RMU LC.
Present.
Thank you. CMH Kharia Medical College, CKMC LC. Do we have CKMC LC in the call? Okay, looks like they're absent as well. ADMC LC, Amiruddin Medical College. Looks like they're absent as well. AJK Medical College, Azad Jammu and Kashmir Medical College.
Present.
Thank you. Faisalabad Medical University, FMU LC. FMU LC is also present. Thank you. Bahria University Health Sciences Campus, Karachi, BUHSC LC.
We're here.
Thank you. On to the coordinator institutes as well. Next slide. Thank you. Poonch Medical College, Rawalakot, PMCR LC. PMCR LC, are you in the call with us? PMCR LC, Mohsen or Kumail, are you in the call with us? Okay, I guess they're away from the keyboard. Okay. Raval Institute of Health Sciences, Islamabad, RIHSLC. Present. Okay, thank you. IFA International University, RIULC. Present. Okay. Superior University, Lahore. Is SULC in the call? Okay, they're absent. And Sahara Medical College, Narawal. Okay, they're absent as well. Yes. Okay, PMCRLC is also in the call. They're present. Okay, perfect. So that completes our roll call and the quorum is full to open the plenary. Okay. Next slide. The agenda point number 1 is the opening. So to officially open the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023, this motion has been proposed by the MSA-Pakistan EB. Do I have any seconders from any LC? Do I have any seconders from any LC? Okay, AJKMC, LC, please add that. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? Okay, the motion passes Nemo contra, and we officially open the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023. Now, the second agenda point is the election of the plenary chairperson and the vice chairperson. To elect Arsalan Nadeem, who is the subco for MSA-Pakistan 2023, as the chairperson, and Aruj Khan, the president SMC-LC, as the vice chairperson for the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023. So this motion has also been proposed by the MSA-Pakistan EB. Can I get any seconders? SZMC-LC. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes Nemo contra, and Arsalan Nadeem has been elected as the chairperson and Aruj Khan as the vice chairperson. Now I'll be handing over the plenary to Arsalan Nadeem to further carry on the plenary session.
All right,
Over
thank
to
you
you,
so
Arsalan.
much. Thank you so much, Aslan. We will now move forward with the plenary. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Agenda point 3, appointment of the plenary secretary. The chair officially appoints Haram Altaf Rana from AFMDCLC, also serving as the National Officer for SCORA, MSA-Pakistan 2023, as the plenary secretary for the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023. So Haram will be on board with us as the plenary secretary for the entire duration of this plenary. Agenda point 4, election of the Constitution Credential Committee, CCC. Motion 3, to elect Rana Muhammad Ehsan, President MSA-Pakistan 2023, and Nayab Zahid, Supervising Council MSA-Pakistan 2023, as members of the CCC for the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023. Proposed by MSA-Pakistan EB. Any seconders? SMCLC. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. Rana Muhammad Hassan and Naab Zahid will be serving as the CCC for the entire duration of the plenary as well as the elections today. Agenda point 5, adoption of MSA-Pakistan second plenary agenda 2023. This is the agenda. It was already shared with all of the presidents and coordinators previously through through email, as well as the plenary folder that was sent. The agenda was present in that. So I will not be going through this again, but we will be adopting it with motion 4 to adopt the plenary agenda for the MSA-Pakistan second plenary 2023, proposed by MSA-Pakistan Executive Boards. Any seconders? RLMCLC. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. Agenda point 6, adoption of the MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaws. Motion 5. Before the motion is presented, I would like to mention that the bylaws were shared with all the presidents and the coordinators via email, as well as they were present in the plenary folder as well. Motion 5 to adopt the MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaws as the official bylaws and regulations of the Medical Students Association of Pakistan, proposed by the MSA-Pakistan EB. Any seconders? Kim's LC. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. Agenda point 7, presentation of the preliminary CCC report. Do we have the CCC in the call?
Yes, we do.
All right, let me just bring up the CCC report and then you can present it.
All right, thank you.
Is the CCC report visible?
Can you make it full screen?
Just a second. I think I opened the wrong. Yeah, is it visible now?
Yeah, it is. Thank you. So presenting the preliminary CCC report for the second round of elections. So we had one candidate for so starting with the executive board positions, we had one candidate for the position of vice president capacity building, Hassan Mahmood, and his candidature has been invalid on the criteria that he has to attend at least one international IFMSA certified training and then be a part of the IFMSA trainers pool internationally as a trainer. So Hassan Mahmood's candidature for the VPCP position stands invalid on the basis of this bylaw. For the position of vice president members, Armin Masood from SMDC LC, her candidature is valid. For the position of vice president externals, we received no applicants. Now on to the team of officials. NPO. For NPO, National Public Health Officer, we received 3 candidatures, and all 3 candidatures stand invalid. Isha Aftab, candidature number 1 from Bahrain University Health Sciences Campus, Karachi LC. Her candidature stands invalid because she has to be at least a coordinator of one IFMSA activity, which she was not. She has to at least have attended a previous NGA meeting, which she hasn't, and she had to be a member of the respective standing committee, basically the NPO national team, which she wasn't, or have to have attended the International Certified Workshop for Public Health, which is, I think, PHLTT, yes. So her candidature stands invalid on the basis of these three bylaws. Similarly, Abira Wan from SMDC LC, she was not a coordinator, and she was not a coordinator of a single IFMSA activity. She did not work in her local or council's EB or TO's position for one term to demonstrate leadership qualities, and neither was she a member of the NPO national team. So her candidature also stands invalid. Sabas Sajid from RMU LC, she is also invalid because she was not a part of the respective NPO national team. Now, moving on to Nori, the National Officer for Research Exchange, we have one candidate, Mohammad Ali Reza Sarfaraz from BUHSCLC. And his candidature also stands invalid because he's not a coordinator of an activity. He had not attended a previous NGA meeting, and he was also not a part of the NORI national team. For NOMI, for the position of NOMI, which is the National Officer for Medical Education, we had one candidate, Muhammad Umar Yunus from AFMDCLC. He also stands invalid because he was not a coordinator, he was not a part of the national team, and he did not work in the local council's EB or TO for one position on the same post. For the position of NEO, the National Exchange Officer, we received no applicants. For DPRC, we received two applications. One is from Muzammal from FMU-LC. His candidature stands valid. And the second candidate, Robman Al-Ghari from CMC-LC, his candidature stands invalid. He has been invalidated because he was not a part of the he was not part of the standing committee for DPRC, which was in the past PubSTD and NTSTD. So that is the preliminary CCC report, and we had emailed all the presidents and the applicants if there was any discrepancies in the report, they could have reported to us, but none of them did. So we'll be adopting this preliminary report for now. And thank you, Arsalan. That will be all from the CCC.
All right, the chair would like to inform that we will not be adopting this report. Since this is just the preliminary report, we will be adopting the final report. Meanwhile, we have received some procedural motions via the procedural motion form right now that we will have to include in our motions. Meanwhile, can the CCC please comment on whether they would advise the suspension of bylaws or not?
Thank you. CCC is of the opinion that bylaws should not be suspended. Bylaws are there for a reason, to demonstrate leadership positions, especially at this level. Therefore, we recommend that bylaws do not be suspended. However, it is the president's decision officially in the NGA whether they want to suspend bylaws or not. But as CCC, we do not recommend the suspension of any of these bylaws.
All right, thank you so much, CCC. I would just like to request a minute from all the presidents and the officials while we update the procedural motions that we have received just now. All right. Okay, agenda point 8, suspension of the MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaws. The first motion is motion 6. This MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaw suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Robman Al-Ghari candidate for DPRC MSA Pakistan 2023, and proposes to suspend the bylaw 10.6 of subclause O that states must be a part of a previous respective standing committee officer or DPRC national team for one term, only for the second round of election of MSA Pakistan EBTO 2023 in order to validate the candidature. This is proposed by SMT-CLC and SMT-LC. Any seconders? Do we have any seconders for this motion? RMULC? Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. The bylaw has been suspended only for this plenary and this round of election, just for the candidate Roban Lagari for the position of DPRC MSA Pakistan 2023. Would the CCC like to comment on the result of this motion?
Based on the result of this motion, the candidature of Roban Lagari stands validated.
All right, thank you, CCC. We now have procedural motions. Procedural motion 1. This bylaw suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Isha Aftab, candidate for National Public Health Officer MSAP 2023, and proposes to suspend the bylaws 10.6 eligibility criteria for candidates for MSA Pakistan team of officers must be coordinator of at least one AFMIS activity related to the AFMIS standing committee position the candidate is applying for, must have attended at least one previous NGA meeting, must be part of previous respective standing committee officer, DPRC national team for one term, or an international AFMIS certified trainer of the respective standing committee workshop for the MSAP team of officers 2023 elections in order to validate the candidature. Proposed by the UHSC LC and SMC LC. Any seconders? Kim's LC. Any direct negatives? Since this is a procedural motion, so we will have to go on to voting. Before I begin the voting, I would like to inform, if you are in favor of this motion, type IF. If you want to vote against, type AG. If you want to abstain from voting, type AD. And only permanent and temporary LCs can vote. So please, candidate LCs, coordinator institutes, do not type in your vote. Vice Chair, can you please record the votes and text me in the group? Once everyone is done voting. Guys, if you do not cast your vote, we will not register your vote for the motion. So please send in the motion. If you're in favor of the motion, type IF. If you've already sent it, do not send it again. PMCR, please do not vote. You are not a permanent or temporary LC. All right, so the results are 10 votes in favor, 1 abstention, and 0 against. And the motion passes with 2/3 majority. CCC, would you like to comment on the result after the validity of the candidate after the result of the motion?
Can you just give me like 30 seconds?
Okay.
Okay, I've checked the preliminary report, and after the passing of this motion, the candidature for Isha Aftab for the position of NPO is valid.
All right, thank you so much, CCC. Procedural motion 2. This bylaw suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Reza Sarfraz, candidate for National Exchange Officer, MSAP 2023, and proposes to suspend the bylaws 10.6, probably the whole clause or the details written in this motion. This is in order to validate the candidature for the MSAP team of officials 2023 elections. Proposed by BUHSC LC and SMC LC. Any seconders? Do we have any seconders for this motion? CMCLC. Any direct negatives? We will now go on to voting. Before we begin the voting, I would like to request CKMCLC to please change their name according to the format that was sent in the beginning of this meeting. For permanent LCs, use P underscore your LC abbreviation. For temporary LCs, use T underscore your LC abbreviation. Until and unless CKMCLC, you have changed your name according to the format, we will not be able to register your vote. AJKMCLC, please change your format as well. Vice Chair, please do not record votes from people who have not change their names according to the format. We will now begin the voting. All those in favor, please type IF. All those against this motion, type AG. All those who want to abstain, please type AB. Only permanent and temporary LCs can vote. Vice Chair, please send me the count if it's done. All right, we have 9 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. The motion passes with 2/3 majority. CCC, would you like to comment on the validity of the candidate after this motion?
All right, let me just check with the report. Give me 30 seconds. Okay, the candidature of Muhammad Ali Raza Sarfraz from BUHSCLC for the position of the National Officer of Research Exchange after the passing of this procedural motion by the presidents of MSA Pakistan stands valid.
All right, thank you so much, CCP. Procedural motion 3. This MSA Pakistan constitutional bylaw suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Abira Awan, candidate for NPO MSA Pakistan 2023, and proposes to suspend the bylaw clause 10.6 subclause O that states must be part of at least one IFMSA activity related to IFMSA standing committee position, must have worked in their local councils related to must have worked in their local council EB or TOs for at least one term as a post holder during their IFMSA membership, must be part of previous respective standing committee or an international IFMSA trainer only for the second round of election of IFMSA Pakistan ABTO 2023 in order to validate the candidature. Proposed by CMC, LC, and FMU LC. Any seconders? RLMC LC. Any direct negatives? We will now proceed to voting. All those in favor type IF. All those against type AG. All those abstaining, please type AB. Vice Chair, can you please inform me which 3 LCs out of the permanent and temporary are not casting their vote? CMC, CKMC, why haven't you casted your vote yet? All right, so we have 11 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. The motion passes with two-thirds majority. CCC, would you like to comment on the candidate validity after the motion?
Yes, let me just recheck the preliminary report and tally against.
Vice Chair, please enter the results of the motion.
All right, so for the position of NPO, Abira Awan from SMDC-LC, after the passing of this procedural motion, her candidature now stands valid.
Okay, thank you. Procedural motion 4, this bylaw suspension proposal is only for the Candidature of Hassan Mahmood, candidate for VPCB MSA Pakistan 2023, and proposes to suspend bylaw 10.5 specific criteria only for the post of VPCB. A, must have attended at least one international IFMSA certified training. B, must be a part of the IFMSA trainer school as a trainer for the MSA Pakistan team of officials 2023 elections in order to validate the candidature. Proposed by SMCLC and CMCLC. Do we have any seconders? SZMCLC. SZMCLC, Vice Chair. Vice Chair, are you in the call? We will now proceed to voting. All those in favor, please type IF. All those against, please type AG. All those abstaining, please type AB. RIHS, please do not enter your vote. You are a coordinator institute. I would like to inform you again, only permanent and temporary LCs are allowed to vote. Please do not cast your vote again. CMCLC, I would like to remind you, you have not casted your vote for the last two motions. If this carries forward, CMCLC will lose their voting right for the entire plenary session. CKMCLC, I have not seen your vote for the last two motions. If this activity continues, I will ban your voting right for the entire plenary. CKMCLC, are you there in the call? All right, the voting results are 12 votes in favor, 0 against, 0 abstentions. The procedural motion passes with two-third majority. PCC, would you like to comment on the validity?
Yes, so after the passing of this procedural motion, number 4 for the candidate Hassan Mahmood for the position of Vice President Capacity Building, his candidature now stands valid.
Okay. Procedural motion 5, this MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaw suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Roban Lagari. Since this motion has already been passed, we will not be discussing this motion further. So this will not be tabled. I think that we have one more procedural motion. I will just be adding that and then we can move on. Okay. Procedural motion 5, this MSA-Pakistan constitutional bylaws suspension proposal is only for the candidature of Sabah Sajid, candidate for NPO MSA-Pakistan 2023, and proposes to suspend the bylaw clause 10.6 that states must be part of previous respective standing committee officer, DPRC national team for 1 term, or an international IFMC certified trainer of respective standing committee workshop only for the second round of election of MSA Pakistan EBTO 2023 in order to validate the candidature. Proposed by SMCLC and SMDCLC. Any seconders? MMDCLC. Any direct negatives? We will now proceed to voting. All those in favor type IF, all those against type AG, all those abstaining please type AB. Plenary secretary, please inform me of the count. Whoever hasn't casted their vote, please vote. If you're in favor, type IF. If you're against, type AG. If you want to abstain, type AB. All right, so we have 10 votes in favor, 0 against, 0 abstentions. The motion passes with 2/3 majority. CCC, would you like to comment on the validity of the candidate?
Yes, so after passing of this procedural motion number 5 for the candidature of Sabah Sajid from RMULC for the position of National Public Health Officer, her candidature is now valid.
All right, thank you so much, CCC. Agenda point 9, presentation and adoption of the final CCC report. I would like to inform all the presidents and candidates that after the final CCC report is presented, no procedural motions to suspend any bylaws will be accepted. In fact, since we have already closed that agenda point, it cannot be reopened in the same plenary. CCC, can you please present the final CCC report?
Can you just give us 2 minutes so that we can update the report?
Okay.
Arslan, can you please present the, can you please change to the CCC tracking sheet? All right, thank you. So I hope this is visible for everyone. So after the passing of all the procedural motions, all the candidates are now valid. All of their candidatures are now valid for all the positions besides the position of VPE and NEO, for which we received no applicants.
TCC, I would like to inform you that we did not have any motions for the validation for Muhammad Umar Yunus candidate for NOMI. So according to the chair's interpretations of the bylaws, he still remains invalid.
That must be a mistake by my side. Okay, Muhammad Umar Yunus, his candidature for the position of NOMI remains invalid. Let me just change that. Besides Muhammad Umar Yunus for the position of VPCB, Hassan Mahmood, he is valid. For the position of VPM, Armin Masood is valid. We received no applicants for VPE. For NPO, all three candidates, Isha Aftab, Abirawan, Sabah Sajid, their candidatures are valid. For the position of Nori, Muhammad Ali Raza Sarfraz, his candidature is valid. For the position of Nomi, Muhammad Umar Yunus, he is invalid. For the position of NEO, we received no candidates. And for the position of DPRC, both Muzammal Ahmad and Roban Lagari, both of them are valid.
All right, thank you so much, CCC. Motion 7 to adopt the final CCC report for the MSA-Pakistan second plenary and second round of EVTO elections 2023, proposed by MSA-Pakistan Executive Board. Any seconders? MMDCLC. Any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. The final CCC report for the second plenary and second round of EVTO elections 2023 of MSA Pakistan has been adopted. All right, agenda point 10, candidature presentation of all candidates for second round of elections of MSA Pakistan EVTO 2023. We will be beginning our candidature presentation now. I would like to inform that all candidates can now enter the call and start presenting their candidatures. Before we begin, each candidate will have 3 minutes to present their candidature, and their candidature will be shared on the screen. If they have any specific parts that they want to display during those 3 minutes, they can inform me. They will not be allowed more than 3 minutes, and there will be only 30 seconds for question answers after the candidature presentation. This is due to the shortage of time. So I hope all the candidates are here to present their candidatures today. Presidents, if they're not here yet, ask them to join the call immediately since we're running short on time. The first candidature presentation that we have today is for Vice President for Capacity Building, VPCB, the candidate Hassan Mahmood from AIMC. Do we have Hassan in the call? All right, so we will be proceeding with VPM, Vice President for Members. The first candidate is Armin Masood from SMD-CLC. Armin, are you in the call?
Yes, I am.
Okay, let me just bring up your candidature and then you can start. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, your time starts now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Arsalan. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I hope I'm audible. My name is Armeen Masood. I'm from SMDC LC, a fourth year medical student, and I am planning for the post of vice president for
और
members.
2 मिनट बाद चल जाएगा
And
अभी मेरी बारी है ना
hello.
Yeah, I mean, you can continue. Other individuals in the call, please keep yourself muted. Do not disturb the candidate.
Okay. So so basically I've been part of IFMSA MSA for a very long time, and I was previously called Secretary Journal in my local council. I was the assistant to the National Secretary Journal as well in IFMSA Pakistan, and I also served as the interim Secretary Journal in IFMSA Pakistan for the term 2022-2023. And when I first heard about MSA Pakistan, I was really excited because this was one post that I was really looking forward to because I had to resign from the previous one. And I know that I am someone who is very much capacitated for this position, having experience, having served as the interim secretary journal as well. I know how to organize data, how to manage data. And I think MSA Pakistan needs someone who has experience in that post. Also, like moving on to my plan of action, what I plan on doing is that I feel like it's very, very important to work with each and every member in the executive board, as well as the local council, the local VPMs, as well as the members as well. So VPM, I felt like is the position the person needs to work with every person in the executive board as well, like starting with the president, if you have to like organize meetings, vagera, send out emails, bi-monthly reports, monthly reports. So it's very important that you're in contact with the president. You know what to do, how to type in the emails, how to send them out, etc. When to send them out. Like working with the VP, working with the VPI, and keeping a track of the membership status of the local councils and the coordinator colleges, and also like keeping an organized membership database as well. And working with the VPCB in planning out capacity building sessions and making sure that each and every member of MSA Pakistan is well capacitated. Because I think right now what we need to do is we need to capacitate the members because all of us are going to like leave one day, and we need to leave behind legacy and people who can continue with it. Apart from that, like working with the VPA, working with the VPF, I think working with the VPF is like a very important thing for the VPM because you have to like keep a track of the LC databases. You have to like assist in the financial management as well. Working with the national officers, and I'll also be working with the DRBD. Apart from that, like I think one thing that I want is that making sure that I bring positivity to the work environment, and I make sure that it never ever gets toxic. And I'll also make sure that I'm easily available and people can reach out to me whenever they want. They don't have to feel hesitant whatsoever. And one very important thing is issuing certificates. I also previously prepared a template when I was the section for IFMSA Pakistan, and I plan on like delivering out these certificates
I
to
mean, your
members of
time
MSA
is
Pakistan.
up. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Your time is up. We will now proceed to the questions. If there are any questions for Amin, please send them in the chat box and the time starts now. Are there any questions for VPM candidate Amin Masood? All right, since there are no questions, we will be proceeding now. Thank you, Amin, for the presentation.
Thank you so much.
The next candidate presentation is for the candidate National Public Health Officer NPO, Isha Aftab from BUHSC LC. Isha, are you there in the call?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, Isha, are you ready?
Yes.
Let me just bring up your candidature. Which file do you want me to present first?
The CV.
Okay, your time starts now.
All right. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Isha Aftab. I'm from BUHSC LC. I joined IFMSA Pakistan in first year of my MBBS. Now I'm a final year student. as you people might know that IFMSA has been popular in Lahore for some time and in LCs in Punjab, but in Karachi, IFMSA was not that popular. So for me, it was an incidental finding, and then establishing it in my college was a huge challenge. So I was the coordinator for my college, and then we became an LC, but then COVID came up and we had issues. So yeah, but now, Alhamdulillah, we are at a much more stable pace and working every day to make our LC members more capacitated and our LC more stable. So basically, I have leadership qualities. I have demonstrated them in capacitating the members of my LC and conducting successful national as well as local activities in my LC. Other than that, we really wanted to conduct a mock World Health Assembly last year, but unfortunately, because of the issues with the nationals and other issues that I'm sure you all are well aware of, we were unable to do so despite working on it for months, although it was something that we all really wanted. But as a National Public Health Officer, I assure you guys that it will be my #1 priority that we do have a mock World Health Assembly in Pakistan this year, inshallah. Other than that, I have been working very closely with my LPO, and also I was the director of bloodborne infections in BFAT in our university. So we were working on different public health projects like the diseases transmitted through blood donation, hepatitis B and C, and we had awareness campaigns. So I am familiarized with this genre of healthcare and how it works and the problems relating to it in Karachi. And hopefully I'll do my best to make sure that this term for public health officers all over Pakistan is successful and we have some really good activities. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Isha. You still have 1 minute to go. Do you want to continue or do you want to give it up?
I think I have presented my case. Other than that, the time is available for anyone who wants to ask me any questions about my candidature. Thank you.
All right. If there are any questions for Isha, you guys can send them in the chat box right now. Are there any questions for NPO candidate Isha Aftab? Since there are no questions, we'll be moving forward. Thank you so much, Isha. Candidature presentation for the next candidate for National Public Health Officer, Abira Awan. Before Abira presents her candidature, I would like to request Isha and Sabah to lead the call, since we have more than one candidate for this post. Once the candidature presentation is done, you guys can join back. Sabah and Isha, please lead the call. Vice chairs, can you please check if they are there in the call or not? Roj and Harm, can you please tell me if okay, so they've left. Abira, you in the call?
Yes, I am.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, just a second. Your time starts now.
All right. Could you display my CV?
This one, right?
Yeah, I only have one. It includes everything.
Okay.
Right. Okay, cool. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Abira Awan, a second-year medical student at Shalimar and Medical Dental College. And I'm applying for the National Public Health Officer position. Firstly, clarifying the bylaw that had rendered me invalid previously. I have been holding a position at IFMSA for 2 years. In the last year, I was the AD to the VPI. And this year, prior to the dissolvement of IFMSA, I had been the VPE. Now, throughout my academic journey, I have developed a very strong interest in public health and its immense potential to improve the well-being of communities. I firmly believe that health is a fundamental human right, and I'm very committed to promoting equitable access to quality healthcare and addressing the social determinants of health, especially in Pakistan. Now, due to my involvement in IFMSA and different council positions that I've taken in my different in A levels and O levels, and then in the first year of my medical journey, it has really allowed me and equipped me with the necessary skills to effectively lead and collaborate with multidisciplinary teams, engage with stakeholders, and implement impactful programs. I've facilitated many activities. Most importantly, I was a very active part of the NGA that took place last year at Shalimar. And most importantly, I would like to highlight my involvement in Shib Abi Talib's medical camp. That was the only medical camp that took place last year. I was working very closely with Muhammad Ali, who's the managing director of Shib Abi Talib. And I believe that I could move on to my plan of action as it ties into it, that we need to carry out a lot of medical camps. We need to focus on them. And seeing that we already have a system in place, it'll be easier to coordinate and work with us to carry this out effectively. Now, moving on to the plan of action, if you could please scroll down a bit. Right, wait, one sec. Yeah, the plan of action. So I have different courses of action. Firstly, by assessing the current public health landscape to basically analyze the existing status quo and basically identify the prevalent issues that affect us, to identify key stakeholders, organizations, and then choose the most prevalent health issue and health disparity that we can address. Secondly, establishing partnerships and collaborations. I believe that we need to really make sure that we bring in different people, like different medical students from all parts of Pakistan, so that we could capacitate them and make sure that they're capacitated and they could carry out the message that we want them to regarding public health and carry it to all of their LCs, other than just focusing on Lahore. I want this to be a national thing. And moreover, thirdly, promoting health education and advocacy, SCOF campaigns. We need to develop and implement educational campaigns to raise awareness about important health topics, and then advocate for evidence-based policies and interventions that address the social determinants and promote health equity. We would carry these out by organizing workshops, seminars.
Your time is up. Yeah, you can.
All right, I'd just like to close off with the fact that I'll help commit to the vision of MSAP and spread it, hopefully. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Abira? Since there are no questions, we will be moving forward. Thank you, Abira. Candidate presentation for the same position, National Public Health Officer, Sabah Sajid from RMU. The other two candidates, can you please leave the call? Vice Chairs, can you please confirm if they've left the call? Yes, Sabah needs to be in the call, but Abira and Isha need to leave the call. Have they left the call? Uruj and Haram, can I please get a confirmation? Okay. Sabah, are you ready?
Assalamualaikum. Am I audible?
Yes, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, which file do you want me to present first?
I would like to go with the CV, please.
Just a second. All right, you can start now.
Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum, everyone. My name is Sabah Sajid from RMULC, and I'm applying for the post of National Public Health Officer for this term. I have been working I've been part of IFMSA team for the last 2 years, and I've been working as a local public health officer for my LC in the previous term. And other than IFMSA, I've had a lot of management experience in different societies in our university. I've worked at the post of that solely work for the interest of public health initiatives in our university and also towards the management. So would you please move towards the plan of action. So I believe the most important part that a National Public Health Officer can play towards the development and growth of the NMO is sustainable growth. And that is what I plan to contribute towards this towards the NMO if I do become the NPO, that is. First of all, of course, to arrange capacity building sessions so that all the local public, as a local public health officer, when I came to take the post, I was unaware of many different aspects in the huge world that the Standing Committee on Public Health is. And I believe that most of the LPOs that do come forward are just like me. So first of all, capacity building sessions in which they will be informed about each and every component of SCOF is a top priority. Other than that, team building and maintaining optimum levels of communication with them so that I can know their ideas, what they want to do, the activities they want to conduct, and I can be available for them and guide them through that. Moving forward, I believe that all the LCs should be working towards the development of SCOF in our NMO. And for that, I plan to make an activity map. So basically, the idea of an activity map is I see that many LCs do conduct activities, but it's not all the LCs that are conducting the activities as under the wing of SCOF, of course. And I want all the LCs to contribute towards the growth. So the activity map is going to be basically a set of laid out activity ideas for the LPOs to take up and work upon that will be set on different dates that correspond with public health days that come throughout the year. Other than that, I want to bring national and international opportunities to the NMO and for the local public health officers to work upon. I also have some of my activity ideas that I want to come forward. Other than that, I would like to add that I have been an activity coordinator for a national activity Safe Schools. And I know each and every component of how to conduct an activity and how to conduct an activity under SCOF, that is. I've also done a local activity Monsters Den, which was a collaboration with UCMDLC. And I've been part of the organizing committee for Let's Vaccinate Pakistan. It was a huge initiative on our LC's part, which played a huge part in promoting vaccination against COVID when COVID was at peak. So I believe that bringing all of this to the table, I can contribute towards growth and that to sustainable growth of the NMO if I do take the post. So that's that. That's all that I have to present. Do I still have time?
Yes, you have 5 seconds, but they're almost over. Thank you so much. Are there any questions for Sabah? Since there are no questions for Sabah, we are going to move forward. Thank you so much, Sabah. Candidature presentation for the next position, National Officer on Research Exchange, Muhammad Ali Raza Sarfraz. Muhammad Ali, I take the call.
Yes, Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Which file do you want me to present first?
TV.
All right, your time starts now.
Assalamualaikum, everyone, and good evening. I'm a final year medical student and a member of IFMSA since 2020. I have faced difficulties in setting up IFMSA and activating SCORA in my LC. However, I was able to successfully activate SCORA in our LC, but unfortunately, due to poor administration and the COVID Valley thing, we were unable to organize any activities. I am excited to express my strong interest in applying for the position of NORI to represent the Medical Student Association of Pakistan on a global level. With my extensive experience in research, leadership, and active participation in IFMSA events, I am confident I am in my ability to fulfill the responsibilities for this role. I have yet now worked on 24 different research projects, and I I have 7 publications to lead. My primary goal is to promote humanitarian values, foster unity among medical students nationwide, and lead impactful initiatives. As the head of research and director of research divisions, I have gained valuable skills in team management and event organization. If I was select, I, if I selected, I will focus on increasing participation, enhancing diversity, collaboration, advocacy, and facilitating personal and leadership in leadership development. My deep passion for research and open science drives me to lead the committee and contribute to the advancement of healthcare. So that's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Are there any questions for Muhammad Ali Raza Sarfraz? All right, since there are no questions, we are moving forward to the last position for today's election. Candidature presentation for Director of Public Relations and Communication, DPRC. The first candidate is Roban Lagari from CMCLC. Roban, are you in the call?
Yes, I am in the call.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, you can start now.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Raban Leari, and as you know, I am contesting for the post of DPRC. As a medical student in third year, I have been part of this organization since my first year of med school. I worked as an assistant to VPE CMCLC for the term 2021 and term 2021 to 2022. I understand that this organization has recently undergone some changes, and I believe that I can help it to guide through during this transition period. I have experience in public relations and communications, and I'm confident enough that I can use these skills to help this organization to achieve its goals. Moving on to plan of action. Advocating MSA Pakistan through publications. Advocating MSA through publications mean writing journals, newsletters, social media posts to promote work and mission of MSAP and highlighting the impact that MSAP has had on this community. Approaching the LC and making the relationship stronger. By building stronger relationships and communications channels, the NMO can ensure that LCs are aware of their activities and can provide support and resources when needed. This approach can also help the NMO to better understand the needs and priorities of LCs and tailor their program and initiatives accordingly. Ultimately, this can lead to a more collaborative and effective partnership between the NMO and the LCs, resulting in better outcomes of the community. Develop engaging content. Means creating content that is more informative, relevant, and interesting to target audience. By this, we can create the content that can directly speak to them. Monitor and manage the organization reputation. It means keeping track of what people are saying about MSAP and to ensure that it is viewed positively. This could involve monitoring online reviews, social media mentions, etc. If any negative comments or reviews are found, the organization can respond to them timely and in professional manner to address any concerns or issues that has been raised. Measuring the results and optimize the strategies. This could involve tracking matrices such as social media engagement, email open rates, and event attendance. If certain strategies are not working as expected, we can change our approach by trying new tactics. In the end, I want to say that I believe my experience, skills, and my passion for this organization makes me an ideal candidate for this position. Thank you for your time and consideration. This is all from my side.
Are there any questions for candidate for DPRC Roban Lagari? Since there are no questions, we're moving forward. Thank you so much, Logan. The last candidate for today's candidature presentation was Muzammil Ahmed from FMULC for the position of Director for Public Relations and Communication, DPRC. Muzammil, are you in the call?
Yes, I'm in the call. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Okay, are you ready?
Am I allowed to share my screen to present my candidature?
I can share that for you.
Actually, it's
that's
a bit updated one.
Okay.
I just got it a bit updated. Thank you.
Let me give you the permission. Please check if you have the permission now.
Yes, it's available now. So is it visible now?
Not yet. Not for me, at least. Can you try sharing it again? Yeah, it's visible now.
All right. So, Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Your time starts now.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and a very warm good evening. I am Muzammil Ahmed from FMULC, currently working as the Vice President of Internal Affairs. I have been in the FMSA ever since I joined the medical school. I joined the national team of NOMI, the medical education, and I just joined as a graphics designer, but they had to push me to do the activity, so I just started loving the FMSA more. In the next term, I joined as a graphics assistant to National New Technology Support Division Director, and yes, I need to brag about some of the changes I did in that term. Yes, the MSA-Pakistan new logo and the branding was co-designed by me. And then moving fast forward to the present time, the current logo of MSA-Pakistan, which has been now adopted, is been designed by me, alhamdulillah. Other than this graphic sort of thing or the social media thing, I have been coordinating some activities and have been conducting sessions in the NGA as well. So yeah, that's the story of the logo that we actually adopted. Now moving to the motivation. Yes, we know, as we all know, that what have been we through in the last NMO, and we are now establishing a new NMO, and we have very strong and experienced people with us, but we believe that to have a very strong appearance internationally and on the internet as well, we need a very strong identity, brand identity, logos, and the social media representation of the NMO. So for that purpose, with the decades of experience in this field, I feel myself totally more than motivated and fully capacitated to take on this position. Well, without wasting any time, I would like to share my plan of action. The first thing and this is that we already know we have another DPRC in the office, so we will be coordinating and collaborating with him to lay the strong visual foundations of our NMO. Then it's plan to formulate a team consisting of the people who are enthusiastic about anti-SD and pub-SD into the single public relations and communication domain. And we will be coordinating and assisting the executive board and standing committees in their day-to-day activities. We will be developing a proper corporate identity guidelines and manuals to assist the LCs about the social media campaigns of the activities. We will be designing a MSA-Pakistan manual, which will be the basic introduction and the working structure of the MSA that will help the LCs to better introduce the NMO and IFMSA to the students. Well, the next thing is yes, the website. The next thing will be that we are missing right now is the website of the NMO. Yes, I have plans of developing the website as well with my fellow director. So it will be up to date and latest of the UX or UI standards and we will be integrating the new registrations and the payment gateways directly to the website. We will be integrating the national enrollment and national reporting forms to the website as well, and we will be looking forward to the automated system of the email for the new registrations. Another idea that I got was to directly update the database of the website about the newly registered institutes and members, as well as the existing members and the institutes. Holding the sessions and the webinars about the visual identity and the graphics design to teach some extraordinary graphic skills to the medical students all around Pakistan through the platform of Medical Students Association Pakistan. That was all from my side. I feel myself totally motivated and capacitated to take on this office. Thank you. If there are any questions, please let me know.
Thank you so much, Muzammil. Are there any questions for Muzammil? All right, since there are no questions, we will be moving forward now. So the next agenda point is the second round of election for MSA Pakistan Executive Board and Team of Officials 2023. Before we begin the elections, I would like to inform a very important point. There will be only 10 minutes to register your vote, and all local councils and coordinator institutes will have one vote. The form will be opened at a specific time within a few minutes. And as soon as it is opened, you can access it and register your vote. But only those votes will be counted which are submitted through the official MSAP email IDs. Any votes through unofficial email IDs will be discarded. Any duplicate votes will be discarded. Is that clear to everyone? All right, before we continue with the elections, I forgot to mention we still have one candidate who was unable to join us due to an emergency. He has joined us now, so that candidate is for the position of Vice President for Capacity Building, Hassan Mahmood. Hassan, are you there in the call?
Yes, I'm here. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. All right, Hassan, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, your time starts now.
Thank you. First of all, I'm Hassan Mahmood. I'm fourth year medical student at Allama Iqbal Medical College. First of all, I'll tell about the IFMSA journey. I'll move towards the motivation letter, and then I'll present my plan of action. So first of all, I joined IFMSA in 2019, and from the first week of my journey in IFMSA, I attended many of the activities, and I got into national team in my very few days in earlier days of my first year. I got a position like provincial assistant to the NOMI. Then I got selected in my AIMCLC as the assistant director to the LOMI. I joined, I worked hard in the national team for 1 year, and then I got elected for the post of national officer for medical education. That's the journey. That's the stepwise process. I was selected and then elected for the different posts in IFMSA Pakistan. Then you can see the number of activities that I have coordinated or facilitated as the national officer are holding different posts in IFMSA. I have done a Scholar RX grant work on in IFMSA, while working in IFMSA Pakistan. So all these things you can see, and my research publication, I think I couldn't modify this, but yeah, these are the research publications that I have showing that I'm a good candidate for this post. So about the motivation, about the capacity building throughout the 1 year of working as the national officer for medical education, I have tried my best at the capacity building these personals in my tenure as the NOMI, then holding session for the LOMI members of my national team performing these tasks, increased my motivation for the capacity building of my people of my NMO and after attending the NGA sessions and after delivering the NGA session to many people, I found that I should go for the post of VPCB during the NGA 2021, and then I applied for the post of VPCB in this term. About my plan of action. First of all, my plan of action will be in 2 steps. First step will be the basic thing. First step will be understanding of myself about the post, and then I'll be working on the capacity building of the members of NMO. So first of all, I'll be working with the VPCB, who is previous VPCB of IFMSA Pakistan. Fortunately, I'll be working with the current president. He was the previous VPCB, so I'll be asking for the suggestions, because there will be no handover, I think. But about the after that, about the selection of national team, you can see the national team members. I have decided I'll select all these members on the different posts, seeing that what I'll be needing for this term. About the local VPCBs, you all know that we have to plan the OLMs for the selection of the local VPCBs. About the
Hassan,
sustainability,
your
I'll be
time is
working for
over.
that.
Your time is
Thank you.
over.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
I hope. Okay, thank you. I
All
hope
right.
if you have any question, you can ask.
Yeah, are there any questions for Hassan? Since there are no questions, we are moving forward with the election now. As I said, only votes through the registered email IDs will be counted. The form will be shared with you right now through the group. So please be aware of the form and fill it as soon as possible. I will be enabling the access, so you will receive the form right now. The form is now open and will remain open until 8:13 p.m. Pakistan time. At 8:13, I will close it and you will not be able to register your vote. So please fill in your vote as soon as possible through your official email ID.
इसका change छोड़ जाओगे ना?
All right, so the form has now been closed and we have received a total of 20 votes for each position, as in 20 institutes voted. We are just compiling the results now and we'll be announcing them in just a few minutes.
See, I got everything that you need. Ain't nobody gonna do it like me. We are burning at a high degree. And you make me feel like it burns and it hurts. Baby, this part of the rush. This is us. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? What is love? Yeah. I walk it, I talk it, I live it. What we do behind doors is our business. On my body, he giving me kisses. I'm wet when I'm wet, I'm popping like Adderall. Baby, dive in my beach and go swimming. Let's go deep, cause you know there's no limits. Nothing stronger than you when I'm sipping. I'm still gonna finish, I'm drunk, I ain't had enough. One day you hit and you close, telling me lies and it's killing me slowly. Yeah. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? तेरे बिना मुझे नहीं होना जुदा कभी हाँ कभी पिया घर आए ना नजर मिलाए ना पिया घर आए ना मुहे कच नहीं भाए कहते पाए ना बीती जाए ये ना Baby push it to the left now push it to the right कुड़ी चल मेरे नाल we ain't got all night light a fire in my heart you can have my life I swear no lies everything's on sight said I would never leave then again I might कुड़ी चल मेरे नाल you can have my life तेरी बखरी है चाल and I don't know why I swear no lies we could go all night we could go all night give it up light a fire now give it up get me high now everything's on sight I could lose my mind like baby give it up light a fire now give it up get me high now everything's on sight we could go all night ऐसी अदा देखी पहली दफा देखी ऐसी जफा भी हमने देखी ना ऐसी अदा देखी पहली दफा देखी ऐसी जफा भी हमने देखी ना Just let me see you move in slow-mo आगे जितने भी है राह सब खोल दो Like baby we should talk for a minute give a sign love my manzil करीब है जो and I don't really mind riding solo but when you pick a side that's a low blow baby tell me how you feel and then I could make it real I could make a plan and act like I don't know Baby, push it to the left now push it to the right got me on hold we ain't got all night light a fire in my heart you can have my life swear no lies everything's on sight said I will never leave then again I might चल मेरे ना you can have my life तेरी बकरी है चाल and I don't know why swear no lies don't waste my time give it up light a fire now give it up get me high now everything's on sight I could lose my mind like baby give it up light a fire now give it up get me high now everything's on sight we could go all night ऐसी अदा देखी पहली दफा देखी ऐसी जफा भी हमने देखी ना ऐसी अदा देखी पहली दफा देखी ऐसी जफा भी हमने देखी ना I can see you hurting I've been through the same thing baby don't you worry I got you I just wanna know you tell me all your secrets looking like you need it 'Cause I got you I got you 'Cause I got you I got you we can get high oh na 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 we can get low oh na 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 let me be a friend baby let me in tell you no lie shot for you, yeah, baby, that's what I do. 'Cause I got you, it's true. I die for you, I die for you. I got you. We can get high, oh nah nah nah. We can get low, oh nah nah nah. Let me be a friend, baby, let me in. Tell you no lies, oh nah nah nah. We can get lost, oh nah nah nah. Take it all off, oh nah nah nah. Let me be a friend, baby, let me in. Give it to me all, oh nah nah nah. 'Cause I got you, you, you. I got you, I got you, I got you, you, you. I got you, I got you, I got you.
All right, is everyone ready for the results? So we are officially going to announce the results for the second round of elections of MSA-Pakistan EBPO 2023 results. All right, so before we announce the result, I would like to reinstate that all the candidates, the votes were basically judged on the fact that absolute majority reach honi chahiye, which is more than 50% of all the votes in favor. As in, agar 20 votes हैं, so at least 11 votes in favor hone chahiye for that candidate to win that position. And is चीज में abstentions do count. So if there were any abstentions, those were counted as well. ठीक है? We just wanted to make this clear for the interpretation of the results. TCC, would you like to comment on this? CCC, are we there in the call? Would you like to confirm if this interpretation was used in the results that we have compiled?
Yes, Chair, we confirm that the same interpretation was used for the results of the elections.
Okay, thank you so much. So we will now be moving forward with the first position, the results for the Director for Public Relations and Communication. Are you guys excited? All right. So for the Director for Public Relations and Communication, DPRC, we had two candidates, Muzammil Ahmed and Roban Legari. Muzammil got 11 votes in favor, 0 against and 0 abstentions. Roban got 9 votes in favor, 0 against and 0 abstentions. According to the interpretation and the bylaws, Muzammil wins the position for the Director for Public Relations and Communication, DPRC, with an absolute majority. Congratulations, Muzammil. Do you accept the position?
Yes, I do.
All right, thank you so much. The next position is the National Officer for Research Exchange. Since there was only one candidate, we have Muhammad Ali Raza Sarfraz from the UHSC LC. He got 19 votes in favor, 0 against, and 1 abstention. According to the bylaw, he has received an absolute majority. So Muhammad Ali is elected as the National Officer for Research Exchange for this term. Muhammad Ali, do you accept the position? Do we have Ali in the call? Ali, can you please unmute and let us know if you accept the position? All right, congratulations, Ali. For the position of National Public Health Officer, we had 3 candidates. Sabah Sajid from RMULC got 11 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. Isha Aftab from BUHSCLC got 5 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. Ambira Awan from SMDCLC got 4 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. Sabah Sajid wins with an absolute majority. Congratulations, Sabah. Do you accept the position?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much, everyone.
No problem. Thank you. For the executive board positions, the first position is vice president for members. We had 1 candidate, Irene Masood from SMDCLC. She got 20 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstentions. Congratulations, Irene. Do you accept the position?
Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. And finally, for the last position for today, Vice President for Capacity Building, Hassan Mahmood from AIMC. He got 20 votes in favor, 0 against, and 0 abstention. Hassan, do you accept the post?
Yes, I do. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, Hassan, and thank you so much. So that marks the end of the results announcement, but we still have one more thing to go, which is the oath taking, because we were unable to do it in the last plenary due to not having a full cabinet, but we will be taking it right now. Before we take the oath, I would request all the EBTO candidates and the EBTO candidates to please unmute and if preferably to turn on their videos so that we are live streaming this as well so that we can show this to them, to all the members and the oath as well. Can the newly elected as well as the previous EBTO please unmute and turn on their videos for the oath taking?
All right, Kamal, you have a camera issue.
All right, Kamal, you can unmute yourself, please, for the oath. As the president, you will be leading the oath. It will be shown on the next slide. So you will be leading all of the EBTO and having them in sync with you.
All right, perfect. Just let me know when to start, when everyone has their mics open.
If all the EBTO is ready, we can start the oath taking. Can we please have the entire EBTO unmute?
Is it that I can't see some people's camera on? Yeah, people haven't turned their camera on.
I don't think we have anyone else's camera on. The entire EDTO, can you please unmute and tell us if you're ready? Fatima,
I am
Yes, I'm
Taha,
ready.
Shobhan,
I am
Baniza.
ready.
Yes, we are ready.
Yes, ready.
All right. Okay, Essen, I think you can start.
Okay, 1 second. I, Rana Mohammad Ahsan, President of the Medical Students Association of Pakistan, solemnly declare to abide by the constitutional bylaws of Medical Students Association of Pakistan.
Wait, Essen, एक second. You take them with you, एक line करके. Dissect this into pieces and then make them say it with you. Guys, as Essen says one phrase,
You have
you're
to
supposed
dictate.
to. Yeah?
President have to dictate like I, everybody will repeat
Yeah.
after president.
Exactly. So, Essen, you take them with you in sync and then make them take the oath.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Can I?
Yes, Kamal?
Go on.
Okay, I'll just go on now. I, Rana Mohammad Ahsan,
I,
Ivan
President
President MSA-Pakistan,
Director
Vice
of
President
PM
Finance,
MSA-Pakistan,
North MSA-Pakistan,
solemnly declare to abide by
Solemnly declare to abide
by
the constitutional bylaws of MSAP
the
the
constitutional bylaws of
bylaws of
MSAP
and the Islamic Republic of Pakistan,
and the
and the
Islamic
Islamic
Republic of Pakistan.
I would not do or promote or provide opportunities
I
I
would
would
not
love
do
to
not
promote
do,
or provide
promote, or
opportunities
provide opportunities
for others to use me or my office
for
for
others.
others to use me or my office
or my name
Or
or my
name.
name
my name
against the organization and the country.
against the
the
organization
organization and the country.
I would not participate in any political activity
I
I
will
would
not
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 participate in any
in
political
any
activity
at any level and remain neutral
at any
any
level
level,
remain neutral
remain neutral
and remain
and
neutral and
apolitical at all costs.
and
and
apolitical
apolitical
at
at all costs.
at all costs.
May Allah help me
May
May
Allah
Allah
Allah help
me
in my effort to bring
in my
in my
effort
effort to bring
in my effort to bring
prosperity to Pakistan and MSA Pakistan.
prosperity to
Pakistan and
MSA
Pakistan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, you're
Congratulations.
welcome.
Congratulations,
President,
everyone.
can we have a group photo?
For that, we would have everyone on their video cams, Kumail, which is not possible right now. All right, guys, please do not leave the call. We still have one last motion to close the plenary. So, motion 8 to officially close the MSA Pakistan second plenary 2023. Vice Chair and Secretary, are you there in the call? Can you please come on the... All right, I don't think these slides are shared with you. Never mind. Are there any seconders for this motion?
Yes, I am in call.
Guys, are there any seconders for this motion to officially? Okay. RLMC are there any direct negatives? All right, any amendments? Sorry, any amendments? Any direct negatives? The motion passes nemo contra. The plenary is officially closed. Congratulations, we're now done with the second plenary of MSA-Pakistan. I will now be ending the call. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in today, and congratulations to all the newly elected EBTO. You guys can unmute and say goodbye.